Okay, I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to join, and hopefully our internet will last. Won't cut out on me. I'm going to take off a couple things. Now, I was out and about today, so I have my full face of makeup on, and what I have on today was the Island Breeze. And so for tonight's purposes, because I've already posted that one, I am going to do the Cinnamon Glow. Now I tried to upload it because I recorded it and it wouldn't upload. I don't know, we're having issues out here, but we're gonna do this one tonight. It's called Cinnamon Glow. Super easy, super fun. This reminds me of a really nice bronzed summer look, and I'm just gonna kind of go over my eyeshadow and my eye makeup that I have on. But first of all, girls, if you don't have this, you've got to get yourself a really good makeup remover. This is an oil-free eye makeup remover, but it takes off waterproof lipstick. It does all of that. So let me do that real quick because we're going to be putting on different colors, and you just pat that on I like the cotton rounds better than the cotton balls because the cotton balls just kind of, I don't know, have a tendency to get all fuzzy and come apart. So I use cotton rounds, 100% cotton. Don't get the synthetic kind because the synthetic kind is going to put little teeny tiny slices in your skin if you're not careful. So I'm just going to take off my makeup, my lipstick with this, and look at that, it comes right off. Okay, and then for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to leave my eyeshadow on, but we're going to do the new eyeshadow look. And this is actually the base for this new look. So what we're going to do is we're going to start all over with, let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing here, with the hazelnut on the eyelids. Now what I do, let me back up. It is extremely important to have really good makeup tools. And I have to tell you, I have my chiropractor, the manager there, she brought in her Mary Kay makeup brushes that she had extra of and gave them to me because I guess she used to be a Mary Kay consultant too. And I was so excited. That was so sweet of her. So anyways, yep, got my cute little Mary Kay headband on. And if you want to host an online party, that would be something to think about. Watch what I'm doing, and if you would like to get your girls together, we can do this on a private group page that I would create for you. It's a lot of fun. So your makeup tools, makeup brushes, very, very, very important. And also these beauty blotters are amazing. And let me just show you really quick. I don't have much oil on my face today. I put my makeup on today this morning. I don't know, it was like 8 o'clock, and it still looks incredible. I haven't touched it. And beauty blotters, you just press on your face, and these are so fun. These are amazing. They actually just take the oil off your face and they leave your makeup. Look at that. I do have some oil. You can see through that, but it leaves your makeup, so it looks like you have a fresh face on. So that's the beauty blotters. So you need beauty blotters as well. Okay, so we're going to start with the hazelnut. And what I always do is, let me switch these brushes over here. Did I bring my big, oh, they are. They're right there. My bigger brushes in a cup. I gotta grab these. And, well, I'll leave them right there. I don't have a very big space to work. And I gotta remember not to frown. Okay, so here are my brushes, and what I do is I have a wet face cloth, and I like to dampen or moisten my brushes when I'm putting on my eyeshadows, because that's going to prevent the fallout from happening underneath here. Okay, and it's just what I do, and then that's an easier way to keep them clean as well. And I'm going to go on my phone, and so I got to turn my sound down so that I can keep track, so if anybody makes a comment, I can see that. Okay, so first thing is we're going to do is we're going to put on our base, and this is going to be from the lashes all the way up here to the orbital bone, and it is the color that we're going to be using is Hazelnut, and I don't have the little palette. I've got my little card here, which it's going to be this one. That's the Hazelnut, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. Now, for those of you who are wondering about our eyeshadow primers, I use the liquid Mary Kay liquid eyeshadows. You can use those too as a eyeshadow primer. Do not use anything with a sunscreen, not the facial or the foundation primer. This has sunscreen in it. Do not put that on your lid. You don't want any sunscreen at all near your eye area. Now, I do have my foundation on. It's been primed, it's been prepped, and all of that from this morning. So here we go. Here's my, and this is not a Mary Kay brush, but this will have to do until I get all of my collection done. So right here, we're going to dampen the brush, and we're going to come in, and this is going to go all the way from the, and I don't rub my eyeshadow on anymore. I used to, but I found this works a lot better, and you still get really super good coverage. And again, this look is called hang on, cinnamon, what did I say? Cinnamon Glow. And this goes all over, and then again, just tap that in there, and I'm just going to rub, and this would be just as if you were to rub it on the palette itself. And I'm going to do the other eye. I always like to put a base on of eyeshadow, and I will use something like Biscotti or something light just to give me a clean canvas to work on. Okay, so I've got that on both eyes. And now don't worry about this coming out too far here. I'm going to show you how to take care of that. And so we're just going to go all over the lid like that. And then I wipe off my brush. And then put that down here. And then the next color, let's see here. I want to make sure we get these in order. And then the next color that we're going to do is Cinnabar. And that's going to be in the crease. And I do have that. And I've got my fun little palette here. I love this. And these are all magnetic. All of the Mary Kay palettes are magnetic, so they don't fall out, which is great. So the Cinnabar one is going to be this one right here. And we're going to use the blending brush for that. And I love this blending brush because it's really, really great for getting up into the crease. If I can find it. Hold tight here. It's in here because I just used it. Here it is. Okay, it's this, and it's just a little, it's all rounded in there. So then I'm going to tap that into, or on the washcloth, face cloth, and we're going to tap that into the Cinnabar right here. Just a couple taps. And then I'm going to put it right up in here. I'm not going to put it right in the hollow because I have I don't have deep set eyes, okay, and I do have skin fold that comes over that. So to make it look like I have deep set eyes, this is where I'm going to apply that right up there on the orbital bone. And again, moisten your cloth, and I just tap it in there. I don't rub or scrub anymore. And this is going to come right up in here. And again, this is Cinnamon Glow. This is the look. And it looks a little dark, but we'll get that fixed. And I'm going to come in here. Right in here. So you want to connect the outer corner of your eye Just pat that in there just like that. Okay, and then we're going to go in with the biscotti. I love the biscotti. Now what I do, girls, because I have so many brushes that I use for specific things that I don't like to mix the shadows. So if it's for light colors like the biscotti or any of these highlighter colors that you would use, I use one brush and I will, that's the wrong one. Like I said, I will put a tape on them, like a tab, so that I can keep them separate. And this one we're going to do the biscotti, and the biscotti is going to go under the brow bone. And I'm going to tap that on in here and put that on right over here. I'm going to go the inner corner right there, both inner corners. And we're going to do a little bit more. And kind of out here. Now everything you want to do is have it go up to lift. You don't want to bring it down, because as you get older, gravity works and it's going to pull down. So you're going to, everything is going to go up. Now, as far as cheek colors and things, we're going to talk about that too. Okay, so then I'm going to take a blending brush. We have Mary Kay's the blending brush is amazing. It's a really nice brush. And we're just going to kind of pat that around in here so that we don't have any hard lines. And again, I don't rub anymore. I used to. This just really seems to blend it a lot better. Let me know in the comments some of your secrets, your tips that you like to do when you're applying makeup. I put my brows on first. Any of you put your brows on first? And then I will do my eyes, and then I'll do my foundation. So this is kind of backwards for me right now, because normally I would do my brows, then I do my foundation after my eyes are done. So it'd be the brows, the eyes, and yeah. So that's the look. Let me grab my mirror here to make sure it looks pretty well blended. And you just want it soft. You don't want any harsh lines. And just by tapping that in there like that, that's going to take care of that. There, that looks good. And I like to go by this little saying or rule: when in doubt, blend it out. If it looks too hard, just keep blending until you get it like you want. It will blend out. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I hope I'm not losing my internet. I've got to find my glasses here and see what that's saying. I'm not doing a send now. Okay. I'm paranoid when I see a pop-up. It's like, oh no, I'm losing my internet. And my hair's kind of crazy today too. But isn't this cute? I love this. Okay, so I've got that on. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our eyeliner. But we are going to use the Espresso eyeshadow powder right here. Fun. Fun, fun. And you're going to use a really good, this one happens to be for your eyebrows and your eyeliner, the spoolie on here. So here it is. You can see it's angled. And again, we're going to moisten this. And I'm going to tap it into, whoops, which one here? This. The Espresso right here. Almost forgot where I was at. And then I'm going to use my large. And where your eyeliner is going to go, it's right where your lashes grow out from your lower and upper lids. Okay, and the reason for eyeliner is to make your lashes look thicker and fuller. A lot of the girls like to do the big wide liner and the cat eye kind of thing. I can't do that because I have too much skin now. I could have done that when I was younger. Okay, so where I'm going to place this is I'm just going to pat that right along my lash line. Right in there. as close to your lashes as you can possibly get, and then come up at an angle and give yourself that little flick if you want that. Then I'm going to moisten that again and put it back in the espresso. And we're going to do the other eye, and I gotta turn my brush around. And this is a long brush. So just kind of have to go by feel and put it along my lash line just like this. There. That looks good. And then again, I'm going to flick it up, and then we're going to come underneath on the bottom. And I don't know about you, but I have a tendency, my eyes water a lot, especially in the summertime. It doesn't matter. Wind can blow, the sun shines. Okay, so there, that looks pretty good. It's kind of a smoky look, and I like this. I am more of a dramatic eyeshadow girl. Okay, that looks really good. And then I would take a eyelash curler and curl my lashes, but since I already have some mascara on, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put on, I guess, okay, I don't have, oh, here it is. I love this mascara, girls. This is the new Great Heights mascara. If you're looking for a lash mascara, a lengthening mascara, this is the one you're going to want. And you just coat all the lashes. 2 or 3 coats is all you need. And as we get older, our lashes get thinner and shorter, and this is going to put the volume, the length, the thickness, all of that back, and it's super easy. Okay. Why do we make faces? I will tell you, I'm trying to remember who said it, but making these faces while you're putting on your mascara gives you a lot better results than if you didn't do that. So if you're on camera and you're making faces, it's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I do under here. So just in case you get a little bit of fallout underneath there, not a problem at all. So easy to do. We have an under eye corrector. This stuff is magic in a tube. If you have dark circles, if you have redness or greenness or any under discolorations, or maybe fallout from your foundation, you're going to want to use this. It has a little doe foot applicator. And I'm just going to put a little on because I've already got some on, but I'm just going to show you what it does. Put a little here, we're going to put a little up here. We're going to put a little here, and we're going to put a little here. Now, the trick is, see that little spot right there? It's going to cover all that up. You can use your finger if you want to. I don't like to put my fingers in it. I don't know why. Or you can use a brush. I prefer to use a beauty sponge, and you use them wet. Never, ever, ever use a beauty sponge dry, because that's going to absorb all of the product in on your face into your beauty blotter or your beauty sponge. So, or cosmetic sponge, whatever you want to say. Here, so let me just check and make sure I don't have anybody commenting down here yet. Okay. And so then I'm going to take it, and it's already damp. But then I better use this. We're just going to tap that, and you're going to watch a miracle. You're going to watch everything all fade away, fade out, and you're going to blend that right down into your foundation. just like that. We're going to do the other side. You're going to come up where you want your lift. This is like a non-surgical facelift, lid lift, eye lift, whatever. It gives the illusion of lift. And you're going to blend it right down into your foundation so that you don't see the difference where one begins and the other one ends. Okay. Okay, that looks good because everything is, you can see how everything is lifted up. I should do it the old way. Do one side one way and the other side the other way and let you see what a huge difference that is. Okay, now we're going to go in for our blush. And you can put another coat of mascara on as well. Now, let's just say that I put my foundation all on, and I use a couple different ones. I use a CC cream, and then I use matte foundation, and I use my hand as a palette. I put a couple squirts on there, then I blend them, and I use a brush to do that with, a great foundation brush, and blend that all in all over my face. And then I like to set it with setting powder, and let me just show you. Here's the powder. There's a couple different ones I use. I use the translucent, and I use this color. But let me just show you this. This is amazing. And I use 2 different brushes for that one as well. Let me reach this one. You want a big fluffy brush for this. So I reach in, I get a little, I tap it in here, just like this. It has a shaker to it. And then, so that you don't have to go back in and reload it, you just hold it upright and let that powder fall down into the bristles, just like that. And then we just tap all over. I'm gonna grab a little more. Let me just tap that in there just like that. Make sure we go down onto our jawline. And then I'm going to put the lid on this so I don't knock it on the floor. I've done that before. And then the next one, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our blush. Now, I'm going to use a contour. And then I'm going to use this lighter Shy blush right here. It's called Shy Blush. So Mary Kay has an amazing contour brush. And so in the comments, let me know what your favorite contour brush. This is a 2-in-1 kind of thing. Let me just say that. This is a sorry about that. 2-in-1. It's dented in here, and so you can put your finger in there or your thumb in there, and it's angled. So you're going to use the angled part for your contour, and I'm going to use this contour color right here, and it's just light enough. And you're going to come from the top of your ear to the bottom of your nose. Nothing goes below your nose if you're an older lady. What do I want to say with more wisdom? You want to keep everything up above the corner of your nose and in the top of your ear, okay? You want that lifted effect. And so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video where I do it the old way and do it the new way. So you're going to come straight across here like this, and you don't need much, and you can see it just a little bit. I'm going to have to hold it like this. Here to the nose, and this is going to give you that contoured look. And then I also do the sides of my nose, a little bit up here, and a little bit up here. Now I like to put powder on, just, you know, the translucent powder on first and then do this, because if my foundation isn't set, then you're going to get patchy blotches with your blush. So put your foundation powder on, or your setting powder, whatever one you're going to use first, and then that way it will make sure that your foundation itself is set. and then go ahead with your blush. So then we're going to use Shy blush right here, and I don't use it heavy because if your eyes are dark, you're going to want light blush, light lips. Okay, so we're just going to tap that in here, and then we're just going to kind of pat it in. Come right up here just like that. Look how pretty that is. Go all the way back to the hairline, girls. All the way back to the hairline. And we're going to tap it in again. And we're going to start and go nothing below the nose. Everything is up here. All the way back to the hairline. Like that. And then I like to take a little bit on my forehead just so it looks like I have a little color. You don't have to add too much. We just kind of put a little color in up here. And then for a bronzed effect, I am going to use our bronzer and kind of come up around here. A fluffy brush for the bronzer. I'm going to use the lighter one, this one right here, the lighter bronzer. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to show you here too. Let's back up a little bit with that contour brush. You also want to contour right where you're, not underneath your jawline, not on top of, but right on that line, all the way underneath. And I'm going to go back and use the contour shade. Hang on just a sec. Okay, we're going to use this contour shade right here, and we're going to use the edge of it, and we're just going to start right here. And this gives the illusion of a thinner jawline, because as you get older, you get those little jowly things happening. Okay. So we got that done. And so then the next thing we're going to do is that bronzer, and I'm going to use the light one so it looks like the sun hit my face. And so where does the sun hit your face? If you're out in the sun, it's going to be right through the center here. So I'm going to tap into this bronzer, and I'm just going to kind of come down here. And again, it's the lighter one. Whoops. It's the lighter one. There. And then, I know this seems like a lot, but it's not really once you get doing it. It is so much fun. I'm going to use a highlighter, which we have a beautiful highlighter right there, and just watch what this is going to do. This is going to give you that all over glow, and I'll come up here, down my nose, come up here. And so when the sun hits that, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I think that is so pretty. It just gives that optical illusion of dimension. And when you wear glasses, let me just tell you this, when you wear glasses, it's going to make your face look flat. So you want to do the contours, you want to do the blending and use a few more colors so that your face doesn't look flat. Okay, so that's it for that one. And I think I'm going to put on another coat of mascara here. I just like a lot of mascara. Mascara is my best friend. My mom always told me that if you have to leave the house without your makeup on, 3 things you need: a great pair of sunglasses, mascara, and lipstick. And you're good to go if you have to leave the house without your makeup on. Okay, so I'm going to put another coat of mascara on. And for those of you who didn't get to see this, you can tell your friends they can hashtag replay, and they will get to watch this. And this seems like it took a lot longer. It does. It takes a lot longer because I'm talking you through it. But it doesn't really take this long. And again, it's just like riding a bike. The more you do it, the better you get, the faster you get, the quicker you get. So you don't have to think about what comes first, second, third, fourth. Now the lips. I love this. We are going to use... Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I got to hurry it up. We're losing our connection here. Okay, so we're going to use this color here. This is Beige Nude, and I like to line my lips with a heavier line. You can sharpen this for a thinner line if you want. I just got just outside my natural lip line. And then we're going to use this Hushed Blush lipstick. This is gorgeous. I love this tube. It's for thin lips. It's perfect because I have thin lips. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to take out my headband. I think we made it before we get cut off here. Take out my headband, fluff up my hair, and let me know, girls, in the comments what you think. You want to try this look? Let me know. I'd be happy to get you the samples and things that you need to try this, providing I still have them. It depends on how many want to try this. But there it is. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I really, really like this look. This is a really nice bronzy summer look. And with the glasses on, okay, a little crazy. But anyways, there it is. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Would you do this? Would you try this look? We're going to do another one tomorrow. And it looks like our internet stayed on. And I don't know what time it is. Almost 7:30. So we didn't do bad. We stayed within the half hour, which is what I had planned on doing. So let me know in the comments what you thought. We're going to do another one tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same time, right here. And it'll be a surprise. So, and I'm also looking for hostesses. We're going to do virtuals. You're going to have your own private little party. We'll talk about that at another one. And I'm doing just a little bit of rebranding here. So let me know your thoughts. And our Mary Kay Facebook page is now called Confidently You. And we have a VIP group. If you want to be in that VIP group, I'd be more than happy to add that to you. I'm probably going to change the name to that too, to Confidently You, because this is about us women who, I've met a lot of them who just don't have the confidence. They just don't. And this is going to be a little private group where we can get together, we can chit chat, we can talk about things, makeup, fashion, all of that. And Jesus, okay? Let me know in the comments your thoughts and concerns, what you liked, what you didn't like, and any tips that you might want to share with us. And make sure that you give me a thumbs up, follow, like, and subscribe if you're going to watch the YouTube channel, because I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel as well. And with that, we'll talk to you soon. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.